Greetings from New York City. I'm Phil and we're running the bridges. This is a video series where we visit all the bridges in New York City that you can run across. The big, the small, the old, the new, the world famous icons, and the ones you've never even heard of. And today we are going to be starting a series of videos about the bridges of the Wards-Randall Island Park complex. And there are going to be 6 bridges in total in this series. So we are starting at the Bronx Kill Footbridge. Now we're not at the bridge itself right now. Right now, the Bronx Kill Footbridge connects Randall's Island with the Bronx, and it goes across the Bronx Kill, which is a small stream, which I'll show you. But right now we are standing on East 132nd Street in the South Bronx, and it is just east of Willow Avenue. If you look down that way, the next intersection down that way to the west, that's Willow Avenue. And we are at the Randall's Island connector, it says right here. And basically, we are underneath the train tracks. And these are the train tracks. Metro North uses these to go to up towards New England. And this, we're not like at the bridge right now, like I said, because I wanted to show you this connector, this pathway. So we're in the South Bronx, and it's a pretty industrial area right here in the South Bronx at Willow Avenue, and we're just going to walk and talk. So we are starting on the connector, and I'll just show you. So we're going directly underneath the railroad tracks, and you can just see we're going like underneath all these arches, and it's really cool before we get to the bridge itself. But just a little bit of information about this bridge and where we are. The Bronx Kill, like I said, is a small body of water that separates Randall's Island. And for those who don't know, Randall's Island, Wards Island, it's now a single island, but I'll get to that on another video. And it sits at the confluence of the Harlem River, the East River, neither of which are actually rivers, and Long Island Sound, which is actually a sound. And one of the more notable bridges, you'll hear the Triborough Bridge, because this is basically an area in the water between the boroughs of Manhattan, Bronx, and Queens, those 3 boroughs. And right now we're in the Bronx. We're going underneath the train tracks, underneath these piers of the train tracks, which is a very nice run. You come from the industrial area of 132nd Street, and you make this beautiful pathway. And this is also one of the newer bridges that we'll be covering. And I don't have the exact date now. I remember when they constructed this bridge and this pathway, I was very eager to have it open. It did finally open. I believe it was in late 2013. It was definitely sometime between June 2013 and June 2014, but I think it was like in the fall of 2013. And you'll see here, it's not a big bridge. It's just a little footbridge for foot and bicycle traffic. But it is a beautiful connector and a beautiful, great way to cross from the Bronx to Randall's Island at grade without having to go up ramps or stairs of one of the other bridges. But I'll show you those in a different video. But it's just a very nice, very convenient, and beautiful connector pathway and a nice little bridge. And this bridge, they had put this bridge in place about a year before it opened, I swear. And I was sitting there waiting for it to open. There was some kind of, legal issues. And there is a railroad track, which is still in use, but I've never seen. In fact, I think it's, when you see that sign that says private property, keep out, and all those plants, I don't even know if this is used at all anymore, this railroad tracks. But they do have it crossing barricades there just in case. So now we are on the bridge itself, And again, this waterway is called the Bronx Kill. Kill is just a Dutch word for like a strait between. You see it in Staten Island a lot. There are a lot of kills around Staten Island, and it's very, very narrow, very shallow. Sometimes people can like kayak down here, but if you look real close, you can. It's less than a foot deep probably right now. There's the view to the west, and here is the view to the east. Yeah, I think it's low tide probably too. Okay, so there's a better, and that opens up to Long Island Sound. And if you look way off in the distance there, you can see LaGuardia Airport way off there. So that's Long Island Sound over there. If you go to the west, you'll get Harlem River to the north, and then East River will continue south down the eastern edge of Manhattan to the south. And again, for runners, Randall's Island and Wards Island Park is a great place to run. They have pathways all the way around. You can get a good long distance run in. There's all kinds of ball fields, recreational activities out here. This little particular pathway is under construction right now, but and then there's this pathway, and as we go forward, see that's just the other side of the bridge. There is the Bronx leg of the Triborough Bridge. We will get to in another video. Over there is the Hellgate Bridge, which is a railroad-only bridge, so I won't be doing a separate. I might do a separate video on it, even though you can't go run across it just because it's so gorgeous and iconic. But I'll just show you a little bit more of this pathway before we finish, because that was the bridge. That was a bridge, but as you can see, we have ball fields here and soccer fields, and there's a track. Icon Stadium is here on Randall's Island, and there's lots of great places to run. You can connect, like I said, you can connect with Manhattan, you can connect with Queens, and I'll show you those bridges in different videos. But I do just want to show you, okay, well right here you can see the signs for Manhattan 2nd Avenue, Manhattan Greenway Park. But so this pathway continues to the south, and just look at that. It continues underneath the railroad tracks, and the piers get higher and higher, and it's just absolutely a gorgeous sight. And so I highly recommend running and visiting Randall's Island, Wards Island Park, and in particular by way of the Bronx Kill Footbridge. And it's just another, it's just gorgeous. And like I said, that opened up in 2013. It's a great addition to the park recreation system in New York City. Great place to run. And that's all I will say about this bridge, because we've already crossed the bridge. It was very short. But it's nice. It's a very nice addition. And like I said, we have 5 more bridges involving Wards Island, Randall's Island. So, but thank you for watching here, and I hope to see you out here running on the Bronx Kill Bridge. And we'll see which one we get to, where the wind takes us for the next time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.